4, draft.
Did Humphries just counter-draft Fiery Mantle from his teammate?
2,
Accidentally?
draft.
Can't tell.
1,
Priest of Gix goes into Steve's deck. Curfew. Not much important left in this one.
No, this pack is not exciting.
draft. 1, draft.
So what's up with the Finkel Castle matchup? It's blue-red against Darwin is black, and does Darwin have another color at this point?
I'm not sure.
He doesn't have to have another color. I mean, they've got all 5 covered, even if he's mono. He often goes black-white.
I would suggest him going black-white.
I'm really not sure about it. I know that Antarctica, his basic plan is to put black in the middle, but Yormu's basic plan almost always has Humphries playing white in the middle. It seems like that may have been
I think black's fine against white as long as he doesn't get the absolute grace.
But the absolute grace is in the pack on the table. All right,
Did
so
you
this pack
disrupt
has,
your normal drafting strategy, though? I mean,
I don't know. It's a tough call.
So we got a...
We've got Broodlings, Lurking Scourge, which is pretty good rare that some people sometimes don't see.
Yeah.
Kicking Gnomes.
Tethered Scourge, Biashino Bay, Miscalc, Broodlings, Intervene. Nothing great except the Gnomes, really.
Yeah, so you take Broodlings. Broodlings goes to Darwin. Judgment to Humphries. Draft. And then Kicking Gnomes.
5, draft.
Darwin
4,
took Judgment?
Draft.
Darwin took Radiance Judgment out of that pack.
Draft.
So Darwin's black-white.
Treefolk Mystic to Finkel.
1,
Am I missing?
draft.
Am I...
1, draft.
Finkel just didn't win any of the blue-red cards, I guess.
That was hard to counter. You just saw it ahead that far.
Draft.
They can't get Lurking Scourge back to the other team, can they? How do you let Lurking Scourge stay on the table this long?
5.
Isn't that card really good?
It's not. It's not great, but it's playable.
I think it's really good. It's a 3/2 flyer for 2. Without it's single color, and it doesn't have the skittering hose. It's not hard for a black deck to kill something.
Oh no, it's not.
I think the Lurking Scourge should have gone somewhere on the Antarctica.
Is Finkel? How many green cards does he have now? Does he just have that?
Why do you counter-draft Treefolk Mystic, or is Finkel playing green? Maybe Finkel's going 3-color green.
Maybe Finkel's.
Like they gave that Disenchant to Steve. Maybe that was
the signal that Finkel's 3-color green.
Yeah, I think looks like Steve is going white. All Steve has for
green,
is a
blue, red
dog.
is a very unusual choice for Finkel that seat.
Radiant Archangel.
Rain Get To Slinger. This pack is Busty Johnson.
And it got open in the right place. Humphries busted the pack, so he gets to take Radiant.
And then
Slinger goes into the red-green deck, right?
And then Finkel takes...
there is a Debaser left, but...
Finkel takes...
Debaser and Expendable Troops. What
Yeah.
does Finkel take? Does he add Debaser and go 4-color green?
This draft... No. Steve-O will get the Debaser. Then they know where to put the Expendable Troops.
Get to Encampment's good card. They can leave Dano at blue-white.
4.
Radiant Archangel.
Draft. 3.
They get to Encampment and put the Expendable Troops in Dano's deck?
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, Steve obviously takes the Debaser, and it looks like Dano is definitely blue-white.
6. Draft.
So Antarctica's relying on the only player at the table without a Pro Tour top 8 to play the control deck.
Draft.
What do you think of that?
I think Dano will do just fine.
Dano's a good player.
He
Draft.
did make
4.
a very sketchy play in the last round yesterday against Team Your Move Games.
Really? What was that?
5.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, not against Team Your Move. No, it was against Team Your Move Games, but it wasn't in that round.
Yeah, next to last round.
Draft. 2. Draft.
Do you think Dano's the weak link on that team?
Well, it's clearly when you're on a team with John Finkel, Steve-O, Mahoney, Schwartz, I mean, you'd be the weak link on that team.
Fair enough.
I mean, Casey McCarroll would be the weak link on that team. I mean, that's a pretty good team.
So what's this pack got? Yavimaya Worm, Weatherseed Fairies. Weatherseed Fairies is probably going to go to Dano's pack and play against the red-green. Unless I don't think Dougherty wants to first pick kill a Weatherseed Fairies, right?
There's nothing in the pack. I'll take Yavimaya Worm.
There's a Yavimaya Worm and it gets you Fire Eater.
Wow, what do you take, Fire Eater or Worm? Fire Eater's no slinger.
I would take the Worm.
Was he pointing at Impending Disaster?
Yes, he pointed at Impending Disaster.
That would be an apt name.
And then his teammates' fingers came out and pointed at different cards. I think looks like they're going to go Fire Eater here and let the Worm go. Do you like Impending Disaster? Do you play Impending Disaster?
I would think about playing it if I got it late and wanted to be tricky, but you certainly can't just take it first. He takes the Fire Eater, which is...
Looks like
Is
the
Finkel going to take the friend from Yavimaya?
Finkel is definitely green.
Draft.
That's the Opal champion for
1.
Steve.
Steve is definitely
Right.
black-white. Their
6.
colors are solidifying.
Draft. 5.
So Dano and Steve-O were both playing
Right.
white. They're sharing white in the 2
Five.
right-hand seats.
All right,
Those
so
are the
they're
wrong
in
seats
the
for
wrong
white.
seats, but
Draft.
But they've got the matchups they want. They've got blue-white against red-green. And Steve was
2.
desperate for enchantment removal against
Right.
Humphreys' Hoser deck.
3.
Of course, now he's
Right.
desperate for creature removal for Radiant.
Draft.
Maybe we'll get to see one of those
4.
situations where Radiant judges
Right.
herself. I love it when that happens.
Draft. 2. Draft.
She finds herself unworthy.